If you're planning on taking money out of your IUL tax-free, you'll have to do so by way of a loan. But if you get an IUL with the wrong type of loan provision, it could really come back to bite you. The problem is it's difficult to ferret out which type of loan provision will best protect you over the life of your policy. In today's video, I'll discuss the top 3 types of loan provisions, all of which have the number 0 in them. There's a lot of power in that number, by the way. And I'll tell you which one you should absolutely insist on having in your IUL. First, let's talk about how you take a loan out of your IUL and why it's tax-free. Let's say that you have $1 million in your IUL and you want to take a $100,000 loan. You call up the company and you ask them for a loan. They don't actually loan you the money from your policy. They cut a check from their own coffers, and that's what you receive in the mail 3 to 5 business days later. And in order for this loan to be an arm's length transaction, they have to charge you a rate of interest. Let's call it 3.5%. Now, because they're using your cash value as collateral for this loan, they will remove your money from the investment portion of your IUL and put it in what I call a loan collateral account. But your money doesn't just languish in that loan collateral account. They credit at a rate of interest. Let's call it 3.5%. So on one side of the ledger, they're charging you 3.5%, and on the other side of the ledger, they're crediting 3.5% right back to you. So the net cost of borrowing is 0%. This is what we call a zero-cost loan or a wash loan. Because loans aren't taxed, this money is not showing up on the IRS's radar as taxable income. That's what makes it tax-free. And because the insurance company isn't charging you a net rate of interest for the loan, that makes it cost-free as well. So this is both a tax-free and a cost-free loan using the cash value of your IUL as collateral. Now, on the surface of it, having a 0% wash loan seems to solve all your problems. As long as your IUL has zero-cost loans, everything should be rosy, right? Well, that would be the case if all zero-cost loans were created equal. The fact is there are 3 different types of zero-cost loans that I'd like to bring to your attention, and choosing the right one may make or break your IUL. Okay, first, let's define some of the moving parts in this loan so that we can draw a distinction between the good ones and the bad ones. First of all, let's distinguish between a 0% loan that has interest in advance versus interest in arrears. With interest in advance, they take the cost of the loan out of your cash value at the beginning of the year. This is a problem because that means that your money will not have the benefit of growing in your investment account over the course of that year, and that can be a huge drag on your cash value over time. With interest in arrears, however, they take the cost of the loan out of your cash value at the end of the year, so there's no lost opportunity costs along the way. If you have interest in advance, it's tantamount to adding 40 basis points or 0.4% to the cost of your loan per year. And while this doesn't seem like a big deal, that interest can grow and compound over time and erode your cash value in significant ways. So the first thing we're looking for is a 0 loan provision that charges interest in arrears. The second thing we're looking for is a 0% loan that's guaranteed in the contract. Some companies will guarantee they'll credit you 3.5% in your loan collateral account, and they'll start you off with a 3.5% loan provision that isn't guaranteed. In fact, they may reserve the right to change that loan provision to 4.5% or even 5.5% at their leisure at any point during the policy. And that can turn what started out as a 0% loan into a 1% or 2% net loan. That type of net loan charge can really decimate your cash value over time. If you have a guaranteed 0 wash loan, however, that type of negative loan arbitrage never comes into play. It starts off at 0 and stays at 0 over the life of the policy. Okay, now that we've identified the 2 things we're looking for in a 0% loan provision, let me define for you the 3 combinations you may encounter as you investigate different IULs, as well as which one you should insist upon having. The first type gives you a non-guaranteed 0% loan that charges interest in advance. This is a double whammy because you're effectively starting off with a 40 basis point loan provision at best, and because the 0% provision isn't guaranteed, it could get worse from there. You want to avoid this type of loan provision at all costs. The second type of loan provision is a non-guaranteed 0% loan that charges interest in arrears. While this is a slight improvement, you have no guarantees the insurance company won't jack your loan rate up sometime down the road. So you may start off with a true 0% loan, but if the insurance company reserves the right to change it at their leisure, then their fox is in your chicken coop. You should avoid this type of loan provision as well. The last type of loan provision has a guaranteed 0% loan with interest in arrears. That means that the loans you take from your IUL will always be 100% tax-free and 100% cost-free, guaranteed in the contract. There's no opportunity costs along the way because they're charging you interest in arrears, not interest in advance. In this scenario, you won't ever have any surprise loan charges that torpedo your cash value over time. In summary, there are three types of 0% loan provisions: a 0% loan with interest in advance, a 0% loan with interest in arrears, and a guaranteed 0% loan with interest in arrears. You must absolutely insist on having the last of these alternatives so that you can take loans from your IUL that are both tax-free and cost-free over the life of the contract. Folks, my upcoming book, The Guru Gap: How America's Financial Gurus Are Leading You Astray and How to Get Back on Track, is now available for pre-order on Amazon. Take the opportunity to order your copy today. By the way, in the next 10 years, I'm looking to put 1 million Americans on the road to the 0% tax bracket. If you would like some help implementing a balanced, comprehensive approach to tax-free retirement that shields you from the impact of higher taxes down the road, head on over to davemcknight.com and click on the Connect with an Advisor button. I'm happy to refer you to an advisor in the Power Zero network that has been trained, vetted, and qualified personally by me. If you're a financial professional and want to learn how to become a certified Power Zero advisor, head over to powerzero.com and opt into my free video series. And if you have any comments or questions, feel free to drop them into the comment section below. I'll respond to every single one of them personally. And don't forget to click like, subscribe, and the bell so you never miss a video. This is David McKnight. I look forward to seeing you on the next video.